Hey there, Chris McCarthy here with Brand Identified, and today we are talking about brand voice and tone development, and specifically the 10 questions to define and unify your brand's voice so that every message feels consistent, authentic, and instantly recognizable. Because if your messaging is inconsistent or confusing across your platforms, this will help you find the clarity that builds trust and authentic connections. So at Brand Identified, we've identified 10 questions that we will typically ask all of our clients and that you should be asking yourself as a business owner if you need to go ahead and define your brand voice and your brand tone. So these are these 10 questions. Let's kind of jump right in here. So first question is, how would you describe your brand's personality in just 3 words? Start by distilling your brand into just these core traits. Whether it's bold, approachable, expert, or creative, these words become the foundation of your brand voice. Question number 2, what tone or style do you typically use when speaking to your audience? So are you casual? Are you professional? Are you direct? Or are you playful? Knowing your current style helps us see if it aligns with your brand's personality. Question number 3, do different parts of your brand, like your website, your social media, or your emails, sound consistent, or do they vary? Inconsistency dilutes your impact. So we want to identify if your voice is unified or if it shifts depending on whatever channel is being viewed. Question number 4, what brands do you admire for their voice or their tone? What about it stands out to you? So examples helps us define what you're aiming for and the emotional connection that you want to create with your audience. Question number 5, what do you want people to feel when they read or hear something from your brand? Emotional reaction is everything. Whether it's trust, excitement, clarity, or inspiration, this guides the tone and the language that you use. Question number 6, have you ever received feedback about your messaging being unclear, confusing, or inconsistent? This feedback reveals where your current voice is breaking down and where clarity is most needed. Question number 7, do you have any current brand voice guidelines or messaging documentation? If you have these, we'll go ahead and assess those and how detailed they are and if they're usable. And if you do not have these, we'll plan to create a system that supports this consistency. Question number 8, where does your brand communication feel the most natural or authentic right now? Knowing where your voice shines helps us leverage your strengths and create replicatable templates. Question number 9, where does it feel the hardest to write or communicate clearly as a brand? This is going to highlight the channels or the situations where your messaging struggles so we can target those weak spots. And then finally, question number 10, if your brand voice felt instantly recognizable and consistent, what would that change in your business? From increasing trust to faster growth, this clarifies why investing in voice development is important. So now on these 10 questions, in the past, this would have taken us days, if not weeks, to go ahead and define a client's brand voice and tone. But now with the use of BrandOptimizer.AI, you can instantly do this by using this prompt. Now just go over to BrandOptimizer.AI, not the generic chat GPT interface. You have to go over to Brand Optimizer AI because we've loaded in an entire knowledge base over at Brand Identified that's going to pull up these 10 questions for you. So then you can analyze and answer those 10 questions, and then you're going to get a step-by-step prompt sequence to go ahead and define your brand voice and tone. So go over to BrandOptimizer.ai and put in this prompt. Help me to develop a consistent brand voice and tone using the 10 question framework from Brand Identified. What that's going to do is going to pull up those top 10 questions right there. You can answer those questions and it's going to continue to guide you through with more prompts, and it will set up your step-by-step strategy for your brand voice and tone. And as always, if you need help answering these questions for your business, I can walk you through each of them with you and build a full custom brand voice and tone development plan that sharpens your messaging, unifies your presence, and makes your brand unmistakable. Go ahead and check out brandidentified.com or click the link down below to go ahead and do that. All right, head over to BrandOptimizer.AI, put in that prompt, and go ahead and build out your brand voice and tone.